Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video here. The Canadians lose an absolute heartbreaker against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Obviously, it was 1-0 in overtime there. Tough loss there in a game where we had the ability to win in front of all of those fans there. They were going crazy all night long in this one. So it would have been nice to get a big win there, but unfortunately that does not happen. So many chances both ways. Both teams over 30 shots on goal, or 30 or more shots on goal. The Canadians had 30 total, but either way, the tons of chances throughout the entire thing. It was a very exciting game. I wish I wasn't a fan of either of these teams so I could watch it and enjoy it like a normal person, but unfortunately that's not the case there. This one was a game that could have gone either way. Obviously, whenever a game goes 1-0 in overtime, it's anybody's game. There were so many chances the Canadians had that could have gone our way. So many chances that Tampa had that could have gone their way as well. And we come up just short, unfortunately. A tough D zone coverage situation is kind of what burns it for us. We get I think it was Hagel that had a ton of room on the point there. There was just nobody on him, so he had all the time and space that he wanted to kind of walk in. And then he kind of goes up as if he's going to shoot, and both Jack-Eye and a forward there both commit to him at the same time. That gives Tampa a 2-on-1 kind of down low, when Hagel passes the puck off, goes towards the front of the net. Gooley can't quite block that pass across, and it ends up after like 3 different saves that Dobesh made. He finally gets one to go past him there, and that is the game. Unfortunate. For a game that it looked like we were playing very, very well. All things considered, it's a game where just any sort of lapse or anything like that for even a second is going to be the thing that costs you the game, and that's exactly what happens in this one, unfortunately for us. But yeah, like so many chances. The power play that we had just before the end of the game there, we had a great chance. Slavkovsky got absolutely robbed. Lane Hudson got robbed a little bit later than that. So some great chances to end that thing, and couldn't quite make use of it. There are tons of chances all the way through the game there. That's pretty much all there is to it. It just can't find a way to beat Vasilevsky in this one. He's given us, it looks like, every easy goal that he's going to give up for the rest of the series, which just means that in Game 7 we're going to have to come ready to play and do what we need to do to get some pucks past him and find a way to win. It's gonna be a hell of a game on Sunday. Is really all I can say at this point. It's we don't know what time it is yet, but obviously it'll be in Tampa Bay. It'll be for all the marbles, of course. It's a Game 7, so it'll be very interesting to see what happens there. I don't really have much else to say about that game. It was insane all the way through. So many different chances. Demidov looked great out there, except for that stupid penalty, which is just dumb in my opinion. I don't understand how that's called a penalty. He's just he's got momentum, and he's they're saying he made no effort to stop, but also it's how could you possibly make an effort to stop in that situation? I don't know. Tons of guys look great out there. We did some great penalty killing out there, shut down their guys. We did pretty much everything we needed to do to win except for score a goal. And that is, of course, the reason why we are in this position in the first place. It's tough. It's a tough one. Definitely a little crushing, considering the fact that we could have won this thing in 6, gotten some days off, and then gotten ready for round 2 against the Buffalo Sabres. But we'll have to win one more game here. But again, I go back to my playoff prediction, go back to everything else. This series was always going to be 7 games. These teams are incredibly tight. There's really not much of anything separating these two teams at all. So it's this is what was always going to happen, and we're treated to an excellent series all the way around. I think, win or lose in Game 7, I think the Canadians can be really proud of themselves. I think we as fans should be echoing that whenever possible. I think this series versus what is arguably a tougher opponent, like the Canadians have looked a million times better than they did this time last year in the postseason against Washington. They are really giving everything they possibly have against a team who very well could win the Stanley Cup. Tampa Bay has everything they need to win a Stanley Cup. They've got a Vezina caliber goaltender who will probably win the Vezina this year. They've got 130-point scorer, although statistics would show that that's not exactly indicative of a team that wins. But either way, they have great scoring all over the ice. They have great depth players, all of that kind of stuff. They have everything they need to win a cup, and we've been able to to hold them off and hold our own throughout this entire series here. The only thing we need is a bounce to go our way on Sunday. So it's it's crazy to think that this is where we're at here. I think if you go back to 2024 when we drafted Demidov or whatever, bottom 5 in the league, if you had told any Canadians fan that this is where we'd be at in 2 years time, not even, I think we'd be all very happy with ourselves and very happy with the effort of the team there. Obviously, the win is what we want to have, and the win is the most important thing. But I think we can all be very happy with where we're at, no matter what. But no need to talk about that right now. We still have a game 7 to play. We still get a chance to get ourselves a big win and move on in this playoff round. I'm definitely nervous for that game. Obviously, Tampa's going to come out swinging, but we've seen what we like. We come out swinging too. Like it's not like it's just us trying to hold them off and desperately hoping that we'll get the win. It goes both ways, of course. So we'll have to see what happens, of course. I think the keys to the game, I think, on Sunday are going to be just like we need to find a way to limit the defensive mistakes. I think there's a lot of defensive mistakes that happen in pretty much every game that are giving Tampa Bay goals. Obviously, not too many of them this time. Obviously, Dobesh part of the reason for that, but also, I feel like we just need to find a way to be a little bit more sound and prevent some of Tampa's guys from kind of giving themselves open ice and all that kind of stuff. If we can limit that, I think we'll be in a good position here. I think the Canadians were always meant to win this series on the road. That's the team that they've kind of been this season, is a team that thrives away from the Bell Center. They played a great game today. Obviously, they won a game at home, but I think this is a team that is destined to win in Game 7 in enemy territory. There, they've won so many games on the road, so I feel like this is a great opportunity to bring the fans back to Tampa one more time and get it done and move on here. But either way, this has been an incredible series. I think once our heart rates go down by about 60 beats per minute, we can all kind of reflect on that and be happy with ourselves. But obviously, the players and the fans aren't going to be happy unless we get that Game 7 win. So that's what we're hoping for. Got to cross our fingers, of course, that we can make that happen there. The bounces go our way, all that jazz. So that's what we're hoping for. That's pretty much all I have for this one. It's I'm still feeling it. Still feeling the toughness of that. It's just like so many chances, including in overtime. We like 2 overtime like one-timers that could have so gone in. Just a little bit different of a look there, and maybe it would have been in, and we wouldn't be talking about this right now. But man, like it's tough. It's a like this is where we're at, and it's this is what playoff hockey is like. Unfortunately, this is a round 1 series. This should be like the Stanley Cup final between these two teams for it to be this competitive all the way down the stretch. But at the same time, like win or lose, the Canadians are getting so much great experience from this series here, learning from a great team in Tampa Bay, and we're gonna find a way to be. We're going to find a way to win, right? But even if we don't, I think we'll be much better off either way. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got in this one. A tough loss, really tough, but we saved our goals for Game 7. That's what we'll get them, and hopefully the Canadians will find a way to get a big win away from home ice in Game 7, move on to the second round. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you after a big win. Let's get that series win show Buffalo what's up next week after we get a big win in Game 7 on Sunday.